If you could go back and replay any one game from your BWB career, which one would it be?
So I'd definitely love a chance to replay that final minute 31 at Bowdoin to see if we had a different outcome. Or maybe replay that Chicago game just to experience those reactions again.
Yeah.
If you could go back and replay any one game from your BWB career, which one would it be?
So I have two, and kind of for different reasons. One would be the Wash U game because, again, just beating Wash U was an awesome experience. I played well that game. It was just a lot of fun. But my other one would kind of be my last game of my career. So we advanced to NCAAs. We lost to Bowdoin at Bowdoin. And again, it was a good game and I played well, but I would love to have that opportunity back again to see if maybe we could change the outcome. You know, it's always hard when you end the season now, but as many of us do.
So if you could go back and replay any one game from your BWB career, which one would it be?
So yeah, this one's really easy for me to pick out. My junior year at Wash U, we had never gone in there and beaten them. They were, defending national champions. I think they were coming off that year. And yeah, just a great program and a really tough environment to win in. And we lost by 5 points, but I'm pretty sure we shot like 25 threes and made one of them. So I would love to go back. I'm fairly certain I was 0 for 6, and I think Carmela did not shoot as well as she normally does. So I would put money on the fact that if we played that again, we probably shoot a little bit better from the 3-point line and hopefully win.
Yeah. If you could go back and replay any one game from your BWB career, which one would it be?
Oh, wow. Any one game. I feel like it's all such a blur. I can't even remember any specific games, but I would definitely want to replay like pretty much like the entire UAA season of my senior year because I feel like I was so mentally stressed out with trying to find a job that I just like wasn't having fun. Like my brain was always like super stressed about so many other things that I like wasn't really having fun when I was in the moment and like enjoying the moment. So yeah, I can't remember a specific game, but if there was like a time period, it would be that like second semester senior year to like not stress out about finding a job because like you found one and like just enjoy being in the moment.
For sure.
If you could go back and replay any one game from your BWB career, which one would it be?
I would go back and replay. What was that team? We lost to some team in the NCAA tournament. Is there a college named Emerson?
Yeah.
In Boston? Emerson? Yeah. So we played the NCAA tournament at Emerson, like the first round. And it was the second game, and we were winning the entire game. And we just like crashed and caved. And it was a bad loss. But I think that one was the one that like stung for a while because I think that was probably like the best team that I played on at that time. We had so many good players, but that one, I'm just still, when I think about it, I'm like, oh man, we should have won that game. So yeah, for sure. Whatever game that was against Emerson, I would take that one back if I could.
If you could go back and replay any one game from your BWB career, which one would it be? Is it going to be Wash U again?
Probably Wash U. Yeah. I think that like that game sticks with me so much. I should like tattoo that date on me somewhere.
Oh my God. Can you imagine?
But like, yeah, like, oh, just like if I got to experience that all over again, unbelievable.
Yeah. Every person I talk to, it's always that game. Like that seems to be like the group of people that like were there that year. Like that seems to be like the game that
to. It was literally electric.
If you could go back and replay any one game from your BWB career, which one would it be?
I actually think it would be the Tufts game my senior year. So like I said, we didn't make the NCAA tournament, and it was because it was notoriously hard to get an automatic bid in the UAA, just given how competitive it is. And so we always kind of had relied on an at-large bid being in the Northeast region. And so I think it was that loss to Tufts that really kept us out of there. And we only lost by 4 points. And I specifically remember missing a layup, which like if you knew me when I played, is not uncommon because layups were not my specialty. 3-pointers were. But I would go back and replay that game, and hopefully it would have a different outcome at the end of the season.
Yeah, those are rough games.
I know.
If you could go back and replay any game from your BWB career, which one would it be?
I mean, probably the Amherst game, only because I feel like we could have won. I feel like we could have won, and then it'd be completely different history. But I'd say probably the Amherst game, or the game before. Who was that? I don't know. They were out of Muhlenberg. I'd play the Muhlenberg game again because I sprained my ankle during that game, and then it just wasn't good. So I'd say that game or the Amherst game.
Okay.
If you could go back and replay any one game from your BWB career, which one would it be?
Oh God, I don't know. It was so long ago. I can't remember those games. Are you kidding me? God. Maybe it would be the All-Star game. My senior year, there was an All-Star game at Brandeis, and the week before that, a group of teammates decided we would drive down to Disney World. And our friend's van, it was like a child molester van, it had like carpeting, and we drove down there for the week, and we had a blast.
But it sounds like so much fun. I've always wanted to do that.
Yeah, definitely do it, but don't do it before a game, because when we got back, I played like shit, and everybody told me so. And but that's okay. I had a great trip.
Yeah. If you could go back and replay any one game from your BWB career, which one would it be?
Oof. Okay, so there's a particularly bad game that I had just not just, but like relatively recently had just come back from an injury, and we were playing U of R, which I'm from Rochester, so there was a bunch of people that I knew in the stands, and I was like, I need to make this game good. So I tried, I bet you Carol remembers that game. She didn't yell at me very often, but she yelled at me. She was like, what the hell are you doing out there? So I think I would replay that game and take a breath and just not flip out. Yeah, I specifically remember I airballed from the free throw line, and that was it for Carol. She's like, come sit on the bench. What the frick are you doing? But I would redo that game, and I'm pretty sure we lost too. So
if you could go back and replay any one game from your BWB career, which one would it be?
Oh, it would definitely be the Washington University game at home where we won. But I also remember a game when I was a freshman, and I started off the year with a stress fracture and missed half of my freshman year, so it was a tough year. And I remember the first game where I was like, I just played okay. I just think I held my own in that game, and I think I scored 14 points, and I was like, all right, I found myself. I'm here. And that felt good.
What's the most important thing you took away from your time as a player on BWB?
For me, definitely that these the relationships last more than or longer than just school. I spend all this time with these other women, and you build it's like a family. It's like a sisterhood. Even today, I can call in any of my teammates, and they'd still be there. Regardless of the fact if I talk to some more than others, at the end of the day, if I hit them up, they'll still be there.
Yeah.
So that was, I think, the most important thing for me is just creating this sisterhood.
Same, amen.
Same. I was gonna say amen.
Amen, Noe.
If we're gonna add on to that,
just a piggyback.
I would just thinking career wise, I would say the skills.
Yep.
Because we're leaving on Friday, and we're getting back. No, we're leaving on Thursday. Sorry, I forgot. It's been a while. Leaving on Thursday, getting back on Sunday, and still having to like do all of our homework, keep up with practice, find time to lift, find time to like
eat,
mental health check, and hang out with your friends. Like,
Yep.
I think those are skills that a lot of people don't have, and just like learning how to communicate effectively. Like,
Yeah.
I might, or even just understanding personalities. Like, I can deal with almost any personality because of basketball, because I've had to work towards a common goal with so many different girls. So yeah, that's what I would add.
That's a good answer. P.
That's really good, P and Noe.
Yeah.
What can I add? I agree completely with what they both said, and I think if I had to add something, it would be like going off the skill set that you learn, you can apply it to all different things in life. Like how, just for example, getting through something that's tough during practice. Like, I'm sure giving up in practice has like, it doesn't cross anyone's mind. It's kind of like not an option. And then when you leave the court and you get into like the workforce or whatever, or you just go to the gym on your own, like it can be anything. And you just think, well, at least I do. I'm at the gym on my own. And I'm like, oh God, I just don't want to do this. But then I remember like, I just kind of kick into another gear, and it's like something I think it's instilled in me from basketball. It's just another level of tenacity that not like non-athletes might not have. So
Very true.
transferable skill set.
Yep. I think I'd add. I had something now I forget. I'm like, I guess I can say something that Paris said made me kind of laugh, because the other day my manager had to give me like a review, and they call it like room for improvement, but obviously it's like constructive criticism. And she just said something, and I was like, it's very like, it makes sense to me. Like, I agree with you 100%. And she was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so awkward. I hate giving like constructive criticism. She's like, I'm really sorry I had to say that. And I started laughing. I was like, you have no idea like what has been like said to us in what ways. Like I have had a face in my face like screaming at me, you know. It's like I thought this was like a nice conversation that we had. I think it made me a better person. I didn't take it like offense to it at all. But yeah, transferable skills and working like with lots of different types of people. And what Carol always used to say would be like, control the controllables.
Oh my God, that's so applicable.
Yeah, like there's things that are out of like your hands, like that you can't control, like external factors. You can to an extent, but to another extent you can't. Like things are gonna happen, not in your favor. And the only thing you can control in those circumstances is like how you react and how you learn from it and how you move forward from it.
That makes me think of something else. You know how coach will always go like, know your scout, know your personnel, know what you're up against. So I work with one of our old teammates. So we have the same job and we like talk all day. And so we'll always quote coach. Like if we're dealing with certain clients, I work with Jules. So if we're dealing with certain clients, we'll just go, know your scout, know your personnel. Like we always use that just to kind of like be prepared. Like what Heather's saying, be prepared and ready to control what you can. And then the rest is just, do your best. Same thing as basketball.
That was awesome. That was really good.
Thanks.